This is Innovate Africa, a series highlighting innovation and creativity across a continent that is on the rise.
Today on Innovate Africa, solar-powered mobile phone charging kiosk.
60% of the population has a cell phone, but less than 15% have access to electricity.
Who needs banks? Now Kenyans can run a business from their mobile phone.
It's in a butchery?
And the young woman behind a growing tech industry in Rwanda.
We wanted to build a platform that could really tell Africa's story in a new light.
African economies are growing. The ICT revolution has helped to unleash the potential of many African startups. In this episode, we meet entrepreneurs who are finding uniquely African ways to do business.
Kenya is Africa's leader when it comes to mobile money. With the digital payment platform M-Pesa, around 11.5 million people use simple cell phones to pay their bills. And that's more than double the number who have bank accounts. Erastus Kienga is a typical M-Pesa user. He has a small business providing services to tourists. For the past 4 years, he has been successfully running private tours and driving VIPs around Nairobi.
Hey, you Erastus, how you doing?
I'm good.
I'm Tafuma.
Welcome to Nairobi.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Good to be here. Is the traffic always like this?
Morning and evening, it's crazy.
How do you prefer to get paid? Do you prefer cash or is there other ways?
Sometimes we prefer the M-Pesa.
It all started when Kenyans who had no bank accounts or credit cards began to trade their airtime to pay for services.
Deposit.
This system was so successful that it was fine-tuned and called M-Pesa. Pesa is the Swahili word for money. It is now the most widely used form of payment across the African continent.
How does it work?
I give you my telephone number.
Yeah?
And then you can transfer it to my account.
So is this where we can get the M-Pesa hooked up?
Yeah, I think there is M-Pesa agent. You can go and then you do the deposit and then you transfer to my account.
I noticed just as we were driving in here, I mean, we didn't drive for long, but there's like M-Pesa signs everywhere.
Kenyans, they use M-Pesa. Everybody is using M-Pesa. You know, a long time ago, there was these international banks like Barclays. These big banks were giving us difficult conditions to have account.
There has always been some mistrust of the banking system, and Kenyans prefer to deal only in cash, often sending parcels of money across the country with friends or relatives using the local bus network. Now, transfers are made swiftly and safely from digital wallets that can be installed on any mobile phone.
So when M-Pesa came, it was easier.
It's in a butchery?
I think it's part of the business.
So you can basically do it anywhere?
Yeah, you can do it anywhere as long as it's M-Pesa agent.
Okay.
Hello, it's first time using M-Pesa.
So I just want to deposit some money in my account so that I can pay Erastus.
After handing over my phone number and passport, my account was set up in just a couple of minutes and I was able to make my first deposit.
I see the message has just come through. There you go, 2,000 shillings, just like that. So now I've got 2,000 shillings in my M-Pesa account. I can transact with pretty much anyone.
Yeah, now I'm lucky you can transfer the money to me now. You can pay me.
You'll be the first person I pay.
Thanks.
But while M-Pesa works well for individual cash payments, it's not designed to facilitate a business. But now there's MPAYER, a new mobile money innovation that is designed specifically for small businesses in Kenya.
Kariuki, nice to meet you.
That's where the gap was, and that's where we found a niche in connecting businesses to mobile payments.
This year we got some very two big clients.
Zege Technologies is a company started and owned by Kariuki Katitu. He has challenged the banking system further and created a product called MPAYER. MPAYER works for a variety of small businesses, like this soccer academy, not only to pay and receive money, but also to keep online records of transactions.
We used to request the parents, okay, why don't you pay through M-Pesa? Then we came across an improved version of M-Pesa for a business like mine, which is called MPAYER. Instead of getting the money through my phone line, then I have to go to an M-Pesa agent and withdraw the money. MPAYER actually set up a system whereby money is not being paid into an individual's phone number, but into the company's MPAYER accounts.
It's very simple because it has to work on smartphones, feature phones, and those dumb phones. So you'd come here and pay a bill. So the our bill number is 531300. Basically, after that, you get response from M-Pesa. It sits in between a business and a mobile payment.
This is a place I come to basically hang out. There's a co-working space here called the iHub. You have guys with ideas, they come together and they build awesome things.
So this is pretty much where you got started, isn't it?
Exactly. I was young then, lots of ideas. And I decided to jump in and try one of them.
You were saying that this coffee shop was actually one of your first clients.
It was. They really helped us.
It must be dear to you that you're helping out small businesses start up.
Definitely. One of the most frustrating thing about doing a business is failing, you know? And from my journey, I realized that if I had a better control of what's happening in the business, then that would have made it easier to sustain it and to succeed. And so that's the vision for MPAYER, to create an opportunity for people to build entire businesses and industries around.
One of our clients that's using the MPAYER system is Smart Fellas. Now, Smart Fellas are a very innovative company. What they do is they drive you home in your own car, so they are a chauffeur service. Using our system, they're able to easily subscribe clients using mobile payments in a very innovative way.
Where will it be dropped off?
When a client sends money through M-Pesa, it directly goes into their account, and basically they do not have to do any reconciliations on their part. So it makes it very easy for them to track the client's cash and payments.
Kariuki is not the first innovator in his family.
My dad was a pioneer. He was one of the first, if not the first, computer science graduates in Kenya. And he also had a passion for Africa, just like me. His passion was more political, and it took him to fighting for our second liberation.
So did you ever get the opportunity to ask your dad how he went from freedom fighter to computer science professor?
Actually, it was from computer science professor to freedom fighter. And I asked my mom. And I think he was very passionate about the country, about freedom. He believed immensely in justice, and he believed that you have to do what you have to do. So this is him with a big. Actually, this fashion has actually come back. Funny.
So it seems to me like your business is pretty crucial for any small business to have. What do you think is the role of small businesses in Africa?
I'll tell you, Tapformer, they are the bedrock of the economy. Without small businesses, I don't think there is anything that any economy can do, whether the American economy, African economy, Kenyan, or even South African economy, for that matter.
My tour guide runs a small business. He's got a few clients that he takes on VIP tours and stuff. Maybe your businesses could come together and you could help him out as well.
All right,
this is
cool.
Erastus, this is
Hi, Erastus.
Kariuki. Let me give you a ride. Maybe you guys can connect inside.
Definitely.